Yo. Inside the Big Game continues from New Orleans, Louisiana. We're sitting beside a man that needs no introduction. He's the all-time leading rusher, three-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP, and a very successful entrepreneur right now. Mr. Emmitt Smith in the house with us. It's an honor to have you on the show, my man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.
So listen, you're a Super Bowl veteran. You've been here with the Dallas Cowboys before, but you're here with Tableau right now.
Yes. Tableau and I are here to help people understand if they want to watch the big game on Sunday. They can order their Tableau at Best Buy. They can have it shipped over to them from Amazon. And once you get it, you hook up the antenna and link up the device to your Wi-Fi network, and you can stream it all throughout all of your TVs in your house. No subscription, no fees whatsoever, and you can get over 300 channels and watch the big game and watch all your sporting events. You can pause it, you can rewind it, you can record on it and everything else. So trying to help people cut down on all the subscription fees that they're paying for all the different apps that are out there.
Yeah, money is tight right now, and cable bills aren't cheap, man. And as you stated, Emma, one of the cool things about Tableau, you can record anything at once.
Yes,
so if something's going on, you record something else without a contract as well. Pretty badass.
Well, contracts, subscription agreements, and all those kind of
things.
Unless
you're getting paid, Emmett, right? That's a good contract, right?
Even if you are getting paid, I think even just because you have money don't mean that you have to spend it all.
Yeah, that's how you stay rich.
At the end of the day, if you got something like Tableau that cuts down on your subscription fees and everything else and chops some of your bills in half, especially television bills, especially when the TV is off while you're working all day. So it's not like you're watching TV all day. So being able to save money in areas like this is a wonderful thing.
Let me ask you, Emmett, there's so many players, we've seen so many stories, especially from former football players, especially in the 70s and the 80s,
right,
that have struggled financially, didn't think about their post-careers. You're a very successful entrepreneur, and you just recently have a big shopping district and development complex going on in South Carolina right now.
Right.
A lot of other deals. At what point in your career, was it in your career that you thought, when I'm done playing, I want to be a businessman, I want to be an entrepreneur? Magic Johnson was one of the first guys to really take it to the next level. Was there someone that influenced you, or did you do this by yourself on your own?
No, I didn't do nothing on my own. No one does anything on their own. No one becomes successful by themselves. The vision and everything else comes from inspiration from others. Magic was one of those guys that was also an inspirational and a great mentor and a leader as well. Roger Staubach was one. Even one of my coaches when I was a kid actually birthed in me this entrepreneur spirit. So growing up, seeing what others was doing, Jerry Jones himself, growing up in the house of the Dallas Cowboys and watching how that organization functions and operates, and not only that, but conduct business on the real estate level. All of those things became very inspirational for me, and for players like myself and many others. I think I had the desire to want to do more and wanted to learn more. And I think that in itself helped me.
And branch out into different fields, right? Try different things.
Try different things and see what works and what doesn't work. And you learn a lot. And for me, I settled in on the real estate space. Magic, like you said, Magic Johnson was very successful once he started in the real estate space. Roger Staubach has been very successful in the real estate space. And I'm working my way to do the same thing.
So you mentioned the Dallas Cowboys. I never think it's fair when people judge trades or coaching hires. We don't know, right? You've got to let it see how it's going to play out.
Exactly.
But at the same point in time, so I feel bad for Coach Schottenheimer right now due to the reaction. And I think it was almost because a little bit of the tease out there of a potential Deion Sanders reunion with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
I know a lot of former Cowboy players thought it would have been a positive infuse of energy,
I think so,
into the football team. What was your take on the situation?
I think it would have been all of those things. I think it would have been, obviously, it would have been the biggest and the most talked about story on a national and global stage.
Didn't it seem like the stars were just sort of aligned with the right timing?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, right now, it's about as low as the Cowboys can actually get. So it's been great for Prime. Prime would have came in and probably would have changed everything around and brought more energy and more focus. The question becomes the connection between players. Not that he's not a great communicator. He's a great motivator. But you also have a bunch of grown men that are been in the system right now that you have to get their attention. And that would have been something that Prime would have had to adjust to. But he has the right message. I think the question would have become, how does he feel about having an impact at that level on players' lives like he has an impact on young men's life? I think Prime is really changing lives at the level that he's at.
The highest GPA ever in Colorado's history. I mean, that's something that people don't talk about. People talk about Deion this and all, he's Deion that. The highest GPA ever.
Yeah,
the kids were going to class, bro.
Yeah, because he's a father figure to them, and he's not only a father figure but a mentor to them, and he can connect with them because he has been where they're trying to go. And the same thing can translate at the professional level. He has been where a lot of these guys are trying to go. The question, bringing in the right resources around him, supporting him, giving him as much leeway to run the organization as he needs to, that was the part that's remaining to be seen. For Jerry, we don't know. And so we don't know how those dynamics would have played out. I would have loved to have seen it. I know one thing, it definitely would have been the most talked about franchise in the history of all the sports because it would have went global in terms of
highest
the two.
rated regular season games in history.
Period. I mean, but Cowboys get that anyway.
Yeah,
they get that anyway.
It just would have just put it over the top.
It would have put it over the top. And the same thing would have happened on the scrutiny.
Yeah.
And all these other things would have happened as well because of the visibility. So it would have been interesting to see it. It really would have. And I believe Deion would have done an excellent job.
I want to ask you, and I know we've got a couple of minutes left, and we really appreciate your time here on Media Row. The term greatest ever gets tossed around a lot. You're the all-time leading rusher. A lot of talk about Patrick Mahomes. I'm thinking your guy, because I hear, well, he's won 3 times and all these other guys. Does Troy Aikman not get enough love now in today's day and age? Because I think when he was playing, he did. Mm-hmm. But I don't, does he get enough love now when people talk about great winning quarterbacks?
I don't think he gets enough respect, and because I mean everybody has their opinion about what a quarterback does. I think people are so busy comparing eras to another era that he never played in. So they don't know what kind of quarterback he could have been in this system. I mean, they forget that Troy Aikman ran the wishbone at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And went to UCLA and became a passing quarterback. So he could throw the ball at Oklahoma, but they just ran the ball. And so
he got Coach Switzer.
He could have been in the RPO offense.
Yeah.
Easy. But people are so busy comparing this guy to that guy, different eras, different rules, different systems and everything else, and it's just not right. It's just not even fair. Instead of just appreciating the talent for what the talent was at the time and what the talent is today.
How good is Saquon? We got about a minute and a half right now. How much do you enjoy watching him, and who do you think? Who are you leaning with to win the Super Bowl? Can they become the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row? And don't forget, everybody, you can watch the game on Tableau. You can order this online. You can get it over at Best Buy.
Yep.
Very affordable, too. It's like $65, man.
Yeah, I mean, you might
great deal.
You might get in the big discount right by now.
Hey, man, who's going to win the game? Who are you leaning with?
I'm leaning with the NFC.
Philadelphia Eagles, huh?
Philadelphia Eagles. I hate to say fly birds.
Yeah, it must be hard to
fly
say
Eagles,
that, huh?
fly. Well, it is the eagle, the bowl eagle.
Emmett, it's a sincere honor to have you on the set here
Bald
on Media
fly.
Row. I'm going to tell you something on the way out, though, man. You broke my heart, bro. I'm a lifelong Buffalo Bill fan.
Well, you broke your own heart. Y'all broke your own heart. I didn't.
Hey, I thought we had you in Atlanta till you ran the ball down our throat coming out of in the third quarter. Troy told the story the other day.
But, bro, y'all kept turning the ball over.
Oh, man.
When you turn the ball over in big games like this, you are supposed to lose. Especially if you turn it over to an offensive unit like ours or a team like ours. Turn the ball. Let the Eagles turn the ball over in the Patrick Mahomes. Give him more opportunity to get. They're going to lose.
Man.